Well, it can't be easy for the leaders and the parties to keep track of their candidates. As easy as herding cats, I reckon, especially with social media where what you say is forever. Seems some of that new car glean is coming off the self-righteous bunch over at the CAQ. Now, let's see. The CAQ party president is out as candidate in La Prairie. Seems he is something of a loan shark, and that's not good for the Mr. Clean image of the caciques. Then there is the candidate for Saint Jean, a bar owner who tended to let in underage drinkers and even got mixed up with some dwarf event in Fête Saint Jean. Then there is the former TV vedette Marguerite Blais, who has gone from being a declared sovereignist to a Liberal minister, now to a CAQ candidate. How do you spell opportunist? Now, over at the PQ, things aren't much better. The Beauharnois MNA is out of the election after being charged with a DUI. The candidate in Drummond is out after comparing Islam to pit bulls. He wants both of them to be banned. The PQ candidate from Escanager has had her online pass come to bite her with anti-Muslim comments. As the song goes, she's gone. But for some reason, the PQ has decided to keep its candidate in Mercier after she used the N-word. Lisée says it was just human error. No, Mr. Lisée, you don't use that word unless you are a racist. Point final. Now, the other parties must be holding their breath, waiting for some bozo remark from a candidate. The only other real faux pas came from Quebec Solidaire's Manon Massé, when she declared English to be an official language of Quebec.
Until we stay in Canada, of course, the English, it's a second official language.
The reaction was immediate. It was almost as if we were in the 1500s and Galileo dared to pronounce the Earth actually revolved around the sun. But Massé was right. English is an official language. It's a language of the courts and the National Assembly. No law can be passed in Quebec unless there is an English version, and you can look it up. But if you think this campaign so far has been a yawner, I agree. Maybe things will heat up for the debates. I mean, I really don't need any more of François Legault eating poutine. Now, south of us, it is indeed crazy town, and the wagons appear to be circling around the moron in the White House. First, the new book by Watergate reporter Bob Woodward. Now, many books have been written about Trump, but this one is very important. After all, how many reporters have had Robert Redford play them in a movie?
This is Bob Woodward of the Washington Post.
Yes?
About that $25,000 check deposited in the bank account of one of the Watergate burglars, Mr. Bernard Barker.
Now, Woodward paints a White House in chaos and a president who is unhinged. It is a frightening behind-the-scenes look at America in disarray. And Woodward, well, he always knows his stuff. And then came the op-ed piece in the New York Times from a senior Trump administration official. He or she writes, "The root of the problem is the president's amorality. His leadership style is impetuous, adversarial, petty, and ineffective. The bigger concern is what we as a nation have allowed him to do to us. We have sunk low with him and allowed our discourse to be stripped of civility." Well, the resistance has indeed infiltrated the White House. Perhaps this nightmare will have a happy ending. After all, Trump can always blame Canada. I'm Barry Wilson. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out our weekly poll on Facebook. We want to know what you think.